In the heart of South America lies a rainforest so vast, so mysterious, that much of it remains unexplored. But on Christmas Eve, 1971, this jungle swallowed an entire airplane, and nearly everyone on board. This is the unbelievable true story of Lanza Flight 508 and the girl who fell from the sky. December 24, 1971. Lima's Jorge Chavez Airport was filled with holiday travelers, families, students, workers returning home. Julianne Koepka, a 14-year-old girl, boarded Flight 508 with her mother. They were heading to Pucallpa to spend Christmas with her father. Lanza, the airline operating the flight, already had a troubled reputation. Repeated mechanical issues, safety violations, and pilot complaints. But that afternoon, one final decision sealed the fate of the passengers. As Flight 508 climbed into the sky, radar screens lit up with warnings. A massive tropical storm towered directly over the route. Other pilots refused to fly through it. They waited. They diverted. But the pilots of Flight 508 believed they could push through. The aircraft, a Lockheed L-188 Electra, entered the storm. Turbulence struck instantly. Lightning flashed around the cabin. Passengers clutched their seats, praying they would get through. Minutes later, a bolt of lightning struck the aircraft's right wing. What followed happened in seconds. The wing caught fire, the fuselage began to disintegrate, and the aircraft broke apart at nearly 10,000 feet. Pieces of metal rained down into the rainforest, and in the chaos, a teenage girl remained strapped to her seat, falling through the sky. That girl was Julianne Koepka, a fall from 2 miles above the earth, yet she survived. Scientists would later say the row of seats acted like a parachute, slowing her descent. The rainforest canopy cushioned the final impact. When Julianne opened her eyes, she was alone, injured, and lying in the deepest part of the Amazon jungle. She had a broken collarbone, deep cuts, swollen eyes, and only one shoe. Julianne had grown up in a biological research station. She knew the rainforest, and that knowledge saved her life. She remembered her father's advice. If you ever get lost, follow water. Streams lead to rivers. Rivers lead to people. For 11 days, she walked, swam, and crawled through hostile terrain. She survived on rainwater and small pieces of candy she found in her bag. Insects tormented her wounds. Vultures circled overhead, but she kept moving. Finally, she found a small wooden hut used by local woodcutters. When the workers returned, they were shocked. A lone girl, covered in dirt, infected wounds, barely able to stand. They nursed her for a day, then took her by canoe to a nearby village. Julianne became the only survivor of a disaster that killed 91 people. The investigation revealed severe negligence by Lanza, outdated equipment, poor maintenance, and risky decisions. Months later, Lanza was permanently shut down. But Julianne's story lived on, a symbol of resilience, survival, and the human will to live against impossible odds. This is the tragedy of Flight 508 and the miracle within it.
On Christmas Eve, 1971, a routine flight over Peru turned into one of the deadliest disasters in aviation history. Lanza Flight 508 was swallowed by a storm so violent it tore the aircraft apart in midair. But from the ashes of tragedy came a miracle. A 14-year-old girl, falling nearly 10,000 feet, survived the impossible and fought her way through the Amazon jungle for 11 days. This is not just a crash story. This is the story of courage, survival, and the human spirit. Flight 508. The tragedy that changed aviation forever.